Hey there, I'm Kendra Perry, business coach for health coaches, and in this video we are talking about hustling. So hustle means to work hard relentlessly in the face of discomfort in order to achieve your goals. And in today's business world, you honestly can't go that far without finding someone preaching about the necessity of hustle in order to grow your business. But is a hustler's mentality really needed in order to grow a business? In my opinion, it's not, and I actually believe that it's totally detrimental to your growth. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you that you don't actually need to hustle to be successful and what you should actually be doing instead. And if you are a health coach and you want online tips and strategies to grow your wellness business, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. So I actually started my business in the middle of a very extreme burnout. The reason why I decided to become a health coach is because I was struggling with chronic fatigue and chronic insomnia. I was tired all the time, which meant that I actually wasn't able to work that long without giving myself a break. And because of this, I always had to be really careful about how I managed my time and my energy, because otherwise I would totally burn out. So when everyone started glorifying this hustle thing, I called bullshit, because I in fact grew a multiple six-figure business without hustling because I needed to rest a lot and not overwork. So if you're someone who feels really overwhelmed by this hustler's mentality and this sort of need to do it, stay tuned, because I'm actually going to show you how you can be 100% successful, build a business, make money without hustling. Personally, I fucking hate the word hustle because it implies that in order to be successful in business, that you have to, well, hustle, right? Or what it implies is that you have to work yourself into the ground, that you have to stay up late nights and prioritize your own health in order to make money. The problem is that hustle doesn't actually guarantee your success. It doesn't guarantee you're gonna be successful. And it also doesn't guarantee that you are actually focusing on the right things. And more than likely, you're just gonna burn yourself out, you're gonna be bitter, and all that hustling is just gonna go to waste. So if this hustling thing does not resonate with you, that's okay. It doesn't resonate with me either. So do not feel guilty about not hustling, because ultimately, if you buy into that hustle mentality, I personally think it's a one-way ticket to burnout. And this is especially a big issue in health and wellness because we need to talk our talk, which means we need to keep ourselves healthy. So if you're just hustling and burning yourself out, you're actually a really poor role model for your clients, and they are gonna see right through you. So in my opinion, you cannot be a hustler health coach and be successful, because I don't think anyone will really want to follow a health coach who eats like shit, who stays up late and doesn't take care of themselves. They will see right through that, like I said, and that is inauthentic. And if you want to learn more about how to be authentic in online business, make sure to check out my video, Authenticity Marketing, How to Be Authentic Online. I will link to that below this video. Okay, so now that we're on the same page about hustling, let's talk about how to grow your business the anti-hustle way. Number one, learn to say no. So saying no and setting boundaries can feel totally fucking crazy at first, and it can feel really overwhelming, but saying no is actually the highest form of expression of self-love and self-respect. So when you are a new health coach, it can be really easy to get hungry for opportunities or get distracted by what I call shiny objects in disguise. So shiny objects in disguise are opportunities that seem totally golden at first, but when you actually break them down, they don't actually help grow your business. And in fact, they're probably helping grow someone else's business. Or it may present itself as an opportunity to make fast money, but in the long run, it doesn't actually lead to your bigger mission. So for example, I had a client who was asked to do a workshop on a topic that was totally outside her niche. So while it was a great opportunity to get in front of a bunch of people, it was gonna take her hours and hours to actually put together a presentation that ultimately she didn't actually have an offer on. And it was probably going to attract people that she didn't actually want to attract because they were outside her ideal client. So I actually talked her out of the situation, even though they were going to pay her to do it, because ultimately it did not lead to her bottom line and it was not going to build her business the way that she wanted to. So as a business owner, you really need to determine who you are and what your primary values and priorities are. What do you really want your business to look like, and what is your bigger mission? And this is going to be really helpful in helping you make decisions, because anytime you are faced or offered an opportunity, you can ask yourself, does this support my bigger mission? is this in line with my primary values and priorities? So for me right now, my bigger mission is to actually build my online courses, okay? And what that means is I actually need a lot of time in my schedule to go towards creating these courses. I'm someone who can only really work for 3 to 4 hours at a time, so I need to be very smart with the time I do have in order to build my courses. And recently I had a bunch of different health coaches reach out to me for private coaching. And as much as I wanted to help them, and as much as we can always use the money, I actually had to turn them down and say no, because I know my bigger mission is to focus on my courses. And if I take on more one-on-one clients, I'm not gonna have time. And this could be a hard thing to do because I literally was saying no to almost $30,000, which kind of hurts a little, right? But I know that in the long run, this is the better decision, and I will make that money in a different way, because if I do not stay true to what my company's mission is and what my personal values are, then ultimately I'm gonna be bitter and I'm not gonna hit my goals. So as a business owner, you need to learn to say no. So in the next few days, I challenge you to say no 2 to 3 times. It's gonna feel crazy, it's gonna feel weird, you're gonna feel like you're letting people down, but try to feel empowered by it, because when you say no, you are opening the door for opportunities that actually help you grow your business and get to those big goals that you ultimately have. Number 2, determine your freedom number. So with this hustle mentality, a lot of people will continue to grow their business without actually taking into consideration what they need for happiness. So with this hustle mentality, a lot of people will push and grow their business without actually considering if growing their business is in alignment with what they want for their lifestyle. So I actually had a wake-up call when I was having a counseling session. At the time, I was going through a brief phase of hustle, and I was working all the time and I was pissing off my partner. And I remember sitting in this counseling session and my counselor was like, well, that's great that you're working so hard, but what are you gonna do with all that money? And I was silent because I actually could not answer the question. I had no idea, because the truth was, I truly had everything I needed at the time. So when I really took a step back and started looking at why I was doing this, I didn't fucking know. And so I realized I was hustling for no reason at all. I was working myself into the ground. I was sacrificing my relationship for something that I didn't even really need or want. So figure out your freedom number. This is the amount of money that you need to pay for your bills and afford those extras that you truly want. And keep this in mind, because you may not actually have to grow your business that much in order to hit that number. So don't hustle just to hustle. Grow your business to the point that it is aligned with your lifestyle. So me personally, I love minimalism in business, and I don't want to grow a multiple 7-figure business unless it's absolutely aligned with my lifestyle. If growing my business bigger means working more and having less time for my self-care, for my outdoor time, and for my relationships, then that is actually not something that I want, and I will cap my growth at the level that it needs to be in order to align with that lifestyle. Number 3, focus on cultivating a community. So instead of going out there and hustling like a fucking maniac, focus on cultivating and building relationships instead. Actually try to get to know your audience. When you build real human relationships with your audience, with your followers, what you do is actually create return customers and fans. So if you have a follower who really buys into your mission and what you do, then they are gonna purchase and invest in every single thing you put out there. So I have a lot of customers who have invested in 3 to 4 of my products. They invested in my health membership, and then they invested in my HTMA course, ultimately my postgraduate membership, and then they also contacted me for business coaching. So when you focus on creating a community and building real relationships, you can sell to these people over and over again, because they like you, they know you, they trust you, and they buy into your mission. So you don't actually need to hustle when you cultivate real human relationships with your following. And the honest truth is, you don't actually have to grow a massive following to be successful when you consider the relationship community connection, right? If you focus on having a quality and engaged following by building community, by building relationships, then you don't need to hustle and keep seeking new new customers because you already have your super engaged, super fan customers who are willing to invest in anything new that you put out there. If you are ready to grow a business that you are proud of, make sure to grab my Insider Secrets Guide where I give you my 10 top tips for growing your wellness business. And if you like this video, you can let me know by liking it, subscribing to my channel, and don't be shy, share it with all your business besties. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to let me know by commenting "no hustling" in the comments below. Now stop hustling and start intentionally creating the business you actually want.